Evening and welcome everyone to our opportunity sharing session tonight. Thank you everyone for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join the session tonight. I'm Stephanie, your MC for tonight's session, and our topic on tonight, are you ready for the new norm, is very timely and relevant to all of you here. Before we start, I encourage you to do 3 things to get most of the session. So number 1, please turn off your phone or at least put it on silent. Number 2, please to have an open mind to absorb whatever that is shared by the amazing speaker tonight. Number 3, if you have any questions, do get back to the person who invited you to this session tonight. So without further delay, I wish to invite our speaker for tonight. She is a global entrepreneur and also a full-time mom. She's actually a qualified chartered secretary by profession, worked for over 10 years and eventually started her own coaching and training session with her hubby for the past 17 years. However, in the last few years, they've been building their online e-commerce business, which has now expanded to more than 23 countries, and they're helping more and more people to change their life for better. She's a very dedicated and committed leader who is always guiding and supporting the team. So let's welcome our speaker for tonight, Michelle Lim. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much for the intro. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. So good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle. My name is Michelle, and welcome again to our sharing session tonight. So as you all have seen, the flyer is, are you ready for the new norm? Okay. To some people, they're still wondering, what is the new norm? Are you prepared for it? For some people, it's like they're thinking, is wearing a mask or sanitizing their hands or social distancing. Well, talking about masks, recently I read a joke and it was like this person was saying, I never thought I would enter a bank wearing a mask and asking for money. It was a funny joke, but it is so true. So, but the thing is, I also joke with my daughter, like, you know, when she goes to school and I said, you know, how I wish mommy could go learn Mandarin with you. And guess what? My wish came true. You know, we had online classes for her at home when the global pandemic happened. So, you know, with all the lockdown, people are forced into this sort of a norm that is taken them outside of their usual you know, practices. Okay, so over the last few months, schools, businesses, governments, you know, they have had to change their SOPs as well, if you see it. And even with Anthony Robbins, you know, recently he did one Unleash Power Within virtual event. There was like 30,000 people online, but it's all from the comfort of his own home theater. So I look at people like that, and even Joey Yap, he had this metaphysics online seminar on Bazi and Feng Shui and all that. And that was the thing that, to me, is leaders like that, they act fast, you know, and they see a certain thing happening like an adversity, but they turn it into an opportunity. So it's really about how fast can we bounce back up? Because, you know, I've seen like 3 categories of people. First category of people is where they make things happen, like, you know, Anthony Robbins and all, where they embrace the change and they spring into action. Okay. Second category of people is they're waiting for things to happen. I think for some of you online, you may be waiting for, I don't know, for an announcement from the government, or, you know, for certain things to happen, or from your boss. But the thing is, you know, it may not be something that you are looking forward to. So for the third type of people, the third category, those are the ones that wonder what happened. Like they are just, they're lost in their own world. So I guess the question is to ask yourself, which category are you? You know, are you prepared? You know, what if there is a second wave? Because, you know, right now I'm hearing things like in Ulu, Tiram, there is a, you know, a highly infectious COVID-19 mutation. So what if there's a second wave? You know, some of them are saying like, this pandemic is like a Netflix series. Just when you think it's over, they release a new season. So you never know what is going to happen. I guess the thing is, instead of sitting down and waiting for things to happen, why not have a plan B? You know, why not look for an opportunity whereby you're able to build your own future instead of doing the waiting game? If you look back the last 5 months, we had lockdown. And, you know, in that 5 months, if you think about it, what is it that you have done in that 5 months? Have you grown? Okay, because if not, then it's really time for you to fix it right now, today. Because right this moment, if you make a decision, if you make a choice to change, and if you reflect on what has happened, and you reset and retool yourself, you could have a really good next 5 years and beyond. Okay, so as for me, Jeanette started off as a plan B, but now it's my only plan. So as you heard from Stephanie just now, a bit of my background, I worked for over 10 years. And, you know, being a workaholic and perfectionist I am, so I thought instead of working from paycheck to paycheck, I thought I worked for myself, which I did for over 17 years. And 17 years is indeed like, you know, bringing up a child. So it's not what you call a short time. But yet I went through it. And the thing is, at the end of the day, even though it's our own business, we are still working in and on the business. So some of you online, you may be thinking, yes, you have a certain business. Yes, you have you know, some things that may come back after this lockdown. But at the end of the day, is it heading to where you want it to go in the next 5 years and beyond? Okay. If not, it's really time to look and reflect and reset on how you want to move forward. Because a few years ago, it was my sister who shared with me this opportunity. And at that time, when she told me, I was like very skeptical. So I researched to actually prove her wrong. But at the end of the day, I actually found my retirement plan. I found my so-called plan B, which now has become my plan A. And fast forward to today, my business has expanded to over 23 countries. And some of those countries I haven't been to before. So, you know, I'm really, really blessed, because with this platform, I'm able to build it also for my daughter, because she's still very young, 10 years old, okay? So anyway, hopefully through my sharing tonight, and also our panelists, that you're able to make a right choice for your family, okay? Because right now, you have it in you that you can make a change right now. It's not too late. I believe choice is more important than being hardworking. Like, you know, I'm very hardworking as well, but you know, initially I was working for a boss, and then, you know, in my own business. So my choice wasn't that great. And, you know, fast forward to today, I'm 48, and I'm, you know, closing in on the 50s club. The more I need to work faster to make sure that I retire by 50, okay? So anyway, like I said, you know, I made the right choice with this platform, with this business. And this business is thriving during this global crisis. You know, to me, facts and figures, they cannot lie. So I'm going to show you something, which is the market success during a global lockdown. I mean, seriously, during the global lockdown, if you guys have seen, there are so many businesses and also, you know, individuals who are affected by the pandemic. But take a look at what is happening with this company called Jeunesse, okay? Look at the what you call the common word, up, Okay, it's gone up, it's doubled the sales, and you can see in different regions. In fact, Europe and Middle East double up the sales. It did the best month in the like over 10 years of our company being in operation. So it must say something about this company. So for some of you, you might be saying, okay, that's probably the Europe, Middle East market, they're doing well. Okay, how about here in Asia? Well, I'm in Malaysia. Well, guess what? In the month of June, Malaysia, Jeunesse Malaysia did over 25 million ringgit in sales. Okay, I hope I got your attention, okay? Because all these figures is just, how to say, just seal in the belief that I've chosen the right company and, you know, I've chosen the right platform to retire with. My efforts are not wasted. If anything, this last few months have shown me the test of two things, the test of my health, which, you know, great products that boost my immune system. The second thing is a test of wealth. You know, the first 50 days of the lockdown in Malaysia, I remember March the 18th, my sister's birthday. I didn't go out for 50 days. Yes, I ate, okay? I didn't go out for 50 days, and yet I was still earning. So I hope that from my experience and my journey, you're able to, you know, choose how you say, or make a better choice for your family. Because I heard that some people, you know, practically they had 0.000 income during these few months. And it's really sad because they have a family to feed. And, you know, that worries me, especially my close friends. So I really got my sister to thank for, because she's introduced to me this billion-dollar company and also an award-winning company that enable me to earn leveraged passive income even though during the lockdown, during the MCO and RMCO now. So thank the person who invited you on this Zoom tonight, because, you know, definitely they are concerned about where you are or your situation, and they would like to help you with this platform. Have an open mind, okay, because this could be the turning point in your life. So let me give you a quick overview of this global e-commerce business, okay? So our company is called Jeunesse. Jeunesse means youth in French, but it's a US-based company. Jeunesse taps into two global trends. First one, reverse aging. Reverse aging is going to be a $1 trillion industry by 2025. Come on, that's just 5 years away. If you're not in reverse aging, anti-aging wellness, or in that industry, it's time to look at it, because it's a growing industry. The next global trend that's happening around the world is e-commerce, or what you call digital economy. And as you can see over here, even Jack Ma says, if your business is not online in 5 to 10 years, you're going to be obsolete. So really consider this global trends that is happening around the world. And if you're not part of it, it's time to look into it. Don't be what we always say, ketinggalan zaman in a way, okay? This company is going through momentum and is attracting business builders and consumers. So what I see is it's offering us an opportunity of a lifetime, giving us, you know, a way or an opportunity to own our own home-based business. You may be at home, just like how I was, but I was running a global, I would say a global business. You know, to me, it's a home-based business that's changing the world on a global scale. So it may be operating from home, but my goodness, you know, it's spread, like I said, to over 20 countries for me, 23 countries. And you can start to earn full-time or part-time earnings whilst doing what you are currently doing. Okay, let's take a look at the platform. You are given a personalized digital platform, meaning you have your own website. It's like a turnkey business where you are given digital marketing tools, you're given training systems that enable you to build a business, to build leaders up from your team. So even if you may not have the expertise or the experience in training, these are all provided for you. And there are numerous apps that you can even download, and is provided by the company. So to me, it's like 90% is done for. All I got to do is just to plug in, okay, into this digital platform. As you can see, we are officially, as of today, in 150 countries. We just had news that we've just opened Bangladesh market. So this company is growing even through lockdown, even through this global pandemic. Please, it's time to really, how you say, go deeper, delve deeper and research and understand more about what's in front of you, because your friends that who invited you here, they already see it, hence they invited you on to make sure that you don't miss this opportunity. Okay, so these are our offices worldwide, 34 fully operational offices and growing daily as well. This is our HQ over in Orlando, Florida, 150,000 square feet. It's huge. We started actually on 09/09/2009, longevity number. Okay, and if you look at it, we are just like almost 11 years old next month. But to me, it's a giant. This company may be young, but is producing billion-dollar results. Okay, when I say that, if you take a look at this, since 2015, that means the 6th year of operation, this company has hit over $1 billion, $1.1 billion USD. And every year since, that means in those 12 months, every single year, they hit over $1 billion. In 2015, when they first hit their first billion, it was a record-breaking achievement of this industry because no other company has actually achieved it. Normally, those other companies take over 20 years. But right in front of you is a company that is more than half of its operation has hit over $1 billion every single year. Similar to the likes of Apple and Facebook. Now, we all know Apple and Facebook. I also use Apple products, but they don't pay me any bonuses or I don't earn any income from it. But with Jeunesse being $1 billion company, and I'm part of this company, I get paid, and not only that is from, like I said, from a global platform. So to me, this really caught my attention at first instance. And you can see the revenue growth every single year is just double up. We have reached 1.46 billion. And in terms of speed, we have already grown so fast. In terms of size, we are number 14 in the world. Okay. So another thing to bring to your attention, like I mentioned just now, we hit our best month in history for Europe and Middle East in the month of April. Now, if you think about it, in the month of April, practically it was like a global lockdown. Okay. Now, how can a company, and if you remember back in April, Italy was badly hit, but one of our strong market is actually Italy. So if you can see this growth despite what's happening, the lockdown and all, despite all this, yet is giving that kind of results. So I think in your mind, you must be thinking, how can I be part of it, right? In fact, this company has won a lot of awards, 720 over awards and counting. I just cannot keep up with this number because it just keep increasing. Okay, so also because we have amazing founders, beautiful founders who have got loads of experience in this industry. Randy, when he was 35 years old, he was actually awarded a contract for NASA Space Shuttle Launch Processing Program. And he provided the hardware, all the configuration. And in fact, from then on, he was already a millionaire, but he never stopped. Wendy, his wife, is a mathematician. She has won many awards, one of which is the most influential women of the year many times. In fact, both Randy and Wendy, this couple, they have managed back office systems for network marketing companies for the past decades, 2-3 decades. So they have heaps of experience in this industry. And their son, Scott Lewis, Chief Visionary Officer. Well, to me, he's like the Steve Jobs of Jeunesse. He's constantly pushing for greater heights, bringing us to the whole new level. And it was him that actually, set the target for the $1 billion mark in the 6th year. So you're in good hands. On top of that, you get to partner with top doctors and scientists from around the world. Okay, let me just briefly explain a few of them. Like Dr. Nathan Newman. He's like the doctor to the Hollywood stars. He's a cosmetic surgeon, he's a dermatologist. His practice is in Beverly Hills. Dr. William Emsellek, he's the Director of Product Science. He's well versed in Western and Asian medicine. And another one, Dr. Vincent Jampapa. Well, if you cannot remember his name, just remember the word Papa. Okay, he's regarded as the father of anti-aging. He's the founding member of American Academy of Anti-Aging. He's also the author of many books, Breaking the Aging Code, and some other books as well. He's also twice Nobel Prize nominee and also the nutritionist to the NASA astronauts. He himself studied nutrigenetics, where he's able to help our body function at the highest level, turning on and turning off certain genes so that we can operate at optimum level. Okay, Christian Drapo, America's leading stem cell scientist, and he's also authored many books, one of which is Cracking the Stem Cell Code. Okay, so if you look at all this, these are all world leaders in anti-aging industry, and we get to partner with them. They have brought for us what we call the Youth Enhancement System. Yes, okay. The Youth Enhancement System works from the outside in and inside out. So it works synergistically together at the cellular level, helping us to maintain healthy cells, DNA, and genes, giving you optimal health. So Reserve is our next, it's our bestseller. As you can see, everyone loves it. It's loaded with heart-friendly resveratrol, 5 superfruits. And to me, when I first heard resveratrol, it was like, okay, what is this? So when I studied it more, and to me, it was, okay, this is the most studied compound in the world. Okay, scientists and doctors actually come together for a conference every 2 years, and they share their research, and they share their what you call on their studies about how it can help with different medical conditions. So when I first heard about resveratrol, I also wanted to know what are the key functions, what does it do? The first thing is antioxidant. Of course, we all need antioxidants, and the next is anti-inflammation, anti-glycation, glycation meaning sugar, so people with high blood sugar level can actually take it, and it also activates our longevity genes, our citrulline genes. And at times like this, during the pandemic, so much more is more important for us to boost our immune system. So I personally, myself, I take 2 to 3 a day. My daughter takes Reserve as well. And we feel, especially during this pandemic, it's protecting us more than the mask, because at the end of the day, your immune system is the best defense, I always say. Okay, so the next bestseller is our Luminous Skincare range. And Dr. Nathan Newman created this product line using stem cell technology called Advanced Polypeptide Technology, APT200. This is actually using growth factors, whereby it communicates with the cells to help restore and rejuvenate your skin at the cellular level, diminishing fine lines and wrinkles. So if you look at, you know, when I first heard about growth factors also, I was thinking, okay, growth factors, what are those? These are all terms that I learned when I joined, when I started this business. So the growth factors, like all of us, we have growth factors, and growth factors is actually the communication language. And you know, when we were younger, we used to have 268 growth factors in us, and the serum over here, you see over here, it contains 248 growth factors, which is meaning to say 93% of what is normally found in your skin is actually in your serum. So this whole product range, Luminous, you can actually use it in any weather, and also age-wise. My daughter at 10 years old, she uses the cleanser, and she absolutely loves it as well. So to me, you know, even if you're in the teens or middle age or elderly, you know, your parents, you know, can still use the Luminous range. All right, so I won't really focus too much on the products tonight because we don't have enough time, but I like to just bring to your attention our latest product, just launched not too long ago. It's called Evoke Essential Oil Blend, and it's a pre-mix premium essential oil, which saves me, especially, I know when I don't know much about essential oil, but it saves me the hassle of having to mix it myself. It promotes balance in our mind and body. So to me, it's so easy. I can take, you know, just example, Defend, and I can, you know, use it even when I go out for my appointments. And, you know, I have it in a diffuser, and it protects me as well. So great products, as you can see, they participate in billion-dollar industry in wellness, healthcare, weight management. If you can see this happening, that means you yourself benefiting from the products, okay? But actually behind the product, there's an opportunity for you to earn, an opportunity for you to start a global business, participating in billion-dollar industries like that. So let me just run through very quickly the income that you can actually earn from Jeunesse. 6 ways to earn. You can start a business, you can earn more, you get to look and feel younger at the same time, which I feel that is a bonus. But at the end of the day, I guess for everyone, it's ultimately you want to have the freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, freedom to do the things that you want to do. So let me just run through very quickly the 6 streams of income. First two ways is linear income, meaning that you are trading your time for money. So people online who are at a job, a job, you know, you go to work, you get paid. That's linear income. Okay, leverage income, leverage recurring income. These are income paid even whilst you sleep, even whilst you are, you know, maybe working in your other businesses, or even whilst you're at work. So having this leverage income is so important, especially now. You know, if I hadn't looked at this in the past, I wouldn't be where I am now. So by being a prosumer, like I always say, you know, in Jeunesse, we are just what you call a consumer, but we're having a platform that we provide. So we call ourselves a prosumer, and we get to earn US dollars from our own 24/7 web store. Globally, without boundaries, there's no boundaries, there's no limit, there's no need for stocking up nor selling. You know, I often say that, you know, I've built up the business enough that my 10-year-old daughter now can actually do the business. Okay, you heard right, 10-year-old daughter. All she got to do is to consume the reserve. She loves the reserve. So therefore, I mean, you know, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but if anything do happen, she already has, you know, a business, a global business that she can run by just being a consumer. So let's start with the first income. Retail profit. You can earn a retail profit from your own personalized website. As I mentioned just now, you earn the difference between the distributor price and the retail price. But that's not really an income that, you know, that's going to make you a millionaire. Okay, so we go on to the second income. That's your retail sales bonus. You can earn this income when you enroll new members. Okay, just take for example, let's say I'm in another country. Let's say I'm in Canada, and I say to you, you know, I want to kickstart the business. So how should I get started? So what you do is you can, or I can choose any of these packages, either from basic right up to Ambassador Plus. So you will be earning anything from 25 US dollars right up to 500 US dollars, depending on the package that I pick. Okay, it is a good income for you to kickstart your Jeunesse business like that, because you know, I mean, for the starting stage where you can actually earn this kind of linear income. Because if you convert, let's say, if I were to take the jumbo package to get started, you will be earning 200 US dollars or 800 ringgit. Okay, you will also be generating points. So you see the points over here, 100 to 900 points. What does it do? Well, in Jeunesse, I always say CV points converts to US dollars. So it's not like those that you redeem for a certain you know, luggage bag or something that you don't use. But in Jeunesse, every single package, every single product, let's say if when I start to consume or use the product, I love it, and I start to use it every month, which means that you have a recurring CV points coming through your organization. So when that happens, we actually go to our third income, which is team commission. This is the start of earning leverage passive income. This is when it gets exciting, because it's beyond you already. Okay, in Jeunesse, you're building 2 teams, one on the left and one on the right. So when you accumulate 600 points or 600 group volume GB points on either side, doesn't matter, either left or right, and 300 on the other, you actually generate 1 cycle, and each cycle you are paid 35 US dollars, regardless of whether you know the person. Let's say the person who is here is somebody that I brought in, let's say from Canada or Japan or India or Australia, wherever they are, but as long as it comes through your organization, you will still be accumulating points. So can you see how fast this is going to grow? Because it doesn't break away from you, and it grows right up to infinity. Okay, I love this part. So you can earn up to 750 cycles a week, which is equivalent to 26,250 US dollars a week, or 105,000 ringgit a week times 4. Now, ladies, that's a lot of shoes and bags, okay? So this income is huge, but let me show you one that is much bigger. That's the next one we call matching bonus, okay? Matching bonus is that you'll be paid a certain percentage based on the cycles earned from your team. So for example, if I am your level 1 and I am earning 10,000 of team commission cycle income, so company will actually pay you 20% for looking after me, and that will be equivalent to 2,000 in that example, 2,000 USD. So as I grow my business, I bring in more people, those people come in as your second level, you will be also earning matching bonus of 15% of their team commission cycle income. And your third level would be 10%, and from fourth level onwards, it will be 5%. So you can see it's a very generous bonus being paid out to you. And you just started with me alone. So can you see how this is really rewarding? Well, wait, that's more, okay? 20% over here can actually increase up to 25 and 30%. That's a lot, because if I use that example of me earning 10,000, now you're earning 3,000 US dollars. This is whereby company pays you what we call an added incentive, okay? When you have 5 of your level 1s, they are all doing or maintaining a 60 CV monthly smart delivery, that is when they increase up to 25% of all your level 1s. And if you have 10 of those, you'll be increased right up to 30%. So again, can you see how much you'll be earning? Just actually when you started, it was just starting with me. But again, wait, there is more, okay? The sixth income is what we call the diamond bonus pool. This is when you up rank to diamond director level, you'll be able to participate in the diamond bonus pool. And company then takes 3% of the global sales. And as I said to you just now, company is a $1 billion company. There's lots of zeros, okay? So can you imagine in that figure, in that amount, in that global sales amount, company takes 3% and share it amongst all the diamond directors every quarter, according to their shares. So they are paid 4 times a year. Imagine that. So, but again, I would always say, wait, there's more, okay? Jeunesse also rewards us with the 5-star lifestyle incentive trip. And I'm so blessed to be a part of this figure. Myself, my family, and my team. Last year, we went to Athens. It was an all paid for holiday. We totally enjoyed ourselves. And in fact, we were very much looking forward to Iceland this year. But because of the pandemic, we weren't able to travel. But nevertheless, we will travel next year. Next year will be a travel year for us. Okay, so as you can see that we are not just paid bonuses or commission, we are also rewarded in terms of travel. Or holiday, not just for ourselves, but also with the family. So when I saw this company, it just made me think more into what this platform is capable of providing for me and the people that I meet along my journey. We are able to really live the new paradigm. We are able to catch the trend with a proven system. The system, like I say, is already provided for us. We just got to plug in. And we have got cutting edge technology without the cutting, I always say. And we get to leverage on a global economy. You know, it's so important that, you know, don't just think where you are. Don't just think local, think global. It's huge. We can stretch our wings further and we can enjoy time flexibility, time freedom, and we can join a global community of entrepreneurs around the world by just starting off as a consumer. So, you know, to me, Jeunesse has proven time and time again as a global movement of changing lives around the world. And, you know, with my sharing tonight, I hope you can see what you have in front of you, but don't just take it from me, okay? I would like to invite, I would like to bring up my amazing panelist. And, you know, they have been on the Jeunesse journey as well. And I let them share what they see on this platform, how they got started, and how Jeunesse is actually a good fit for them, especially with this new norm that's happening. So like I said, don't just take it from me, okay? So the first person that I like to bring up is actually Nicole. She's a senior assistant manager with a local university. Previously, she had her own business before into interior design and makeover renovation. She's a graduate, Bachelor of Economics and Econometrics, worked with public bank before, and a mother of a very cute 5-year-old boy. But at the same time, you can see that her hands are full, yet she's able to become a global entrepreneur in Jeunesse. So let me bring her up and so that you guys can hear her story. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, Michelle. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me tonight.
Thanks for coming on. I know you're a very busy lady. You're an amazing super mom. And thank you so much for giving us the time to hear from you also on your journey in Jeunesse. So 2 things, please share your story and also how is Jeunesse a good fit, for the new norm?
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, honestly, before, as you all know, thank you, Michelle, for the very wonderful sharing of my background. Before I changed my job into this senior assistant manager in a local university, my work has been very, very hectic as I have to do everything in my interior design company. Of course, the pay was much better compared to this current job. So actually, it's quite a pay cut for me. So actually, since my son was born, I was actually financially very, very tight. And with the staggering of 5-digit personal loans and credit cards due to all these pay cuts, everything keeps rolling up, snowballing. So it has been quite a few years I was in that low point of my life, and until a point that I have to worry whether I have money for tomorrow for my meals. So it's that bad. And being the sole breadwinner of the family, I have to pay for my housing loan, for my son's school fees, everything, food, and everything. And so it's very stressful for me for that few years. It was like 2 years back. It had dragged on for a few years, and every day waiting and hoping for the paycheck by the end of the month. Other than that, usually by the beginning of the month, then after paying all those things, I'm only left with pennies. So it's very stressful until I was very thrifty. I actually, most of the money I actually spend for my son, because as adults, we can go hunger, but kids can't, they are growing. So until my health got deteriorated, it was so bad that almost every month, 2 or 3 times I'll fall sick. So it's there, then it was the lowest point that I see no hope at all. Every day looking at my bank account and looking at all the 10 holes that I need to cover with only 9 covers. So it was actually very bad until to a point that I was frantically searching for all the opportunities that I can find. Go through Facebook, this and that, to do any part-time job. And I couldn't find any. That it was very, very bad. I was so stressful with work, with home. I was like really one leg kick. Until one day I was actually sent off to ER by my colleague while I was working until that bad. Then it dawned on me that what will happen if I'm no longer here, who will take care of my son? So then only it dawned on me that I have to take care of myself. I have to think of something, And that was the time that my friend actually got to know about my situation, and she shared this wonderful Jeunesse platform with me. And through that, I knew that this is my only way out. And I'm so thankful for her, Nicole Liao, for bringing me to this Jeunesse family and to this Jeunesse platform. I've been in Jeunesse for 2 years and my life has totally changed. Now, not only that, I don't have to worry how much money I can have for my next meal. I can even bring my son for holidays. I can live comfortably, and I know that I have this passive income keep rolling in. Even if I have my full-time job, I'm doing this only part-time. And not only that, my health has improved so much. Even my look, my confidence, even my family benefited from it. So especially my dad, his health has actually improved so much more. My son's health as well. So it's really like a gift. This is my son. It's like a gift. I'm really so thankful. And for all the Jeunesse family, we are like sisters and brothers, and all of you all actually carry me through my most difficult time in these 2 years. I'm so thankful.
Wow, that's so powerful. You know, you are a classic example of making the right choice, because when you made the right choice a few years ago and now where you are at today, wow, it's such a transformation. Not just financially, I see the physical as well. My goodness, the physical transformation. You're looking younger.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and I also hear that during this lockdown, you actually got yourself a gift, all right?
Yes, yes. Actually, maybe to many people, getting a laptop for our own self is just a very little small thing. But due to my circumstances before that, a few years back, before I started this Jeunesse business, I dare not even dream of anything for myself, let alone laptop, a handphone, or even a shoe for my working shoe. So during this lockdown, not only that our business, my business is not affected, my earnings has actually improved, and I actually get more, and until I managed to get myself a new laptop.
Woohoo! You deserve it, definitely.
Thank you. And through, I just like to share, and through this Jeunesse, I have actually achieved whatever that I dare not even dream of, which is the Iceland trip.
Yes, I'm so looking forward to it, to going with you too. You know, we are Jeunesse family. That's fantastic.
As I see that, why I see that Jeunesse as a good fit, as we were in the lockdown since March 18, as you mentioned, right? I remember I actually went out less than 10 times during that 4 months. I'm still earning in the comfort of my home, having Zoom, sharing, and actually expanded my business to few more countries around the globe. So actually, this is the trend. I will see that. And then with Jeunesse, such a wonderful platform, such a wonderful system, we can actually go over to 150 countries without even stepping into any of them. The furthest country that I've been through, I would say, is Thailand. Yeah, so
but now your business has gone to more further than that, right?
Yes, even to Australia. Yeah, so I'm actually very thankful that I'm on the right track, and I'm thankful that I'm on this platform. So friends, if you are on with us today, we with open heart and see the opportunity that is right in front of you. Who knows, it can actually change your life, just like what Jeunesse has changed my life. That's my sharing.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nicole. You are an amazing super mom. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on tonight as well. Okay, so our next panelist, let me just introduce you to our Dr. Julian. He's a technopreneur. He's Bachelor in Engineering. He also PhD in Civil Engineering. He himself has owned and operated 6 IT technology and consulting businesses. So, you know, a person who is very, first of all, qualified, highly qualified, and also, you know, with that kind of experience, what is he doing in Jeunesse, you might be thinking, because that was actually my first question as well. What is Dr. Julian doing in Jeunesse when, you know, when I first started? And, you know, the thing is, what is it that he sees in Jeunesse that has enabled him to make that choice?
Hello, Michelle. I think you've somehow frozen. I do not have control of the screen, so perhaps you can actually help me click on to the next slide when you have the opportunity. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Julian, as was introduced by Michelle. Unfortunately, we're having some technical issues here. I hope you can hear me. Very wonderful presentation from Michelle herself, and a very heartfelt and warm sharing from Nicole Ng as well. I was introduced to Jeunesse by actually my beautiful wife, Tasha, and I never expected, even she never expected, to be in this industry. I've actually owned and operated my own businesses now for 20 plus years. So when I was introduced to it, and because it was my wife, I was really, in a way, forced to look into it because she asked me to help her to build a business with her. So I started to do my due diligence. I did my research in terms of what this opportunity had to offer. And it blew me away because I knew this company had everything and more to be very, very successful. I essentially discovered what I call the 4 Ps, the 4 pillars of strength, and most of which have been actually shared by Michelle. So I won't go through them, but essentially, very quickly, it's about the people. It's very important whenever we partner any company or any partner that we actually are able to get along and work well together. And we have the same vision and mission ultimately. I looked at the products and the people behind them as well, which just blew me away because they were cutting edge and really leading in the industry. I looked at the plan, and the plan was voted as the friendliest comp plan out there in the marketplace. And the last P was the positioning. Jeunesse positioned itself in the wellness industry, which, as you know, it's an evergreen industry. Michelle, can you help me pull up the presentation?
Yes.
Because
yes.
I'm not, yes.
I apologize that I dropped out.
Okay.
Yes.
It's good to have you back. Great presentation. Okay, I can request for it now. I see it. Okay. All right, Michelle?
Yes.
All right. So this is, did you want to ask me the question before I actually show this?
Yes. First of all, my apologies to you again. I wanted to ask about, you know, with your experience and knowledge about this industry, how is Jeunesse a good fit for the new norm?
Oh, very good question. The world as we know it has changed so dramatically this past few months, and especially with the pandemic and COVID-19. The world we live in is no more the same. And we are going to go through what is called the new norm. We're actually living it already at this point in time. And I do not think we'll ever go back to the way we were in the past, because throughout these past few months, a lot has happened. And our lifestyle has changed. The way we even shop has changed dramatically. And a lot of people were not used to say, the digital economy, were in a way forced to look at the digital economy because they can actually do it from the convenience of their own home. And because of this, the trends, as what I'll share now, is actually changing. Okay, are you changing the slide? Okay, so very quickly, the first global trend, and this has already been shared, is the wellness industry. It's an evergreen industry because, in fact, the aging population is ever increasing at this point in time. Global wellness is worth 4.2 trillion. Anti-aging market is a 191 billion market, okay, in 2019. And even the stem cell, and a lot of our products are actually based on stem cell technologies. It's also a huge industry in itself. So is it the right industry to be in? Definitely, because it's an evergreen, and it's growing and has a huge market capacity. So e-commerce is the next mega trend that we are seeing, and it's here to stay because most of us, and a lot of, especially the elderly, were not used to shopping online, and because of this pandemic and the lockdowns, in a way, I think everyone knows how to scan a QR code and do some online shopping today. So because this has now become the new norm for all of us. So if you look at Amazon, Amazon grew by 570 billion in 2020 to a US 1.49 trillion market cap business, which is just amazing. It is growing when most companies are actually failing. Okay, Microsoft is at 1.5 trillion, just to give you an idea in terms of comparison. Apple is at 1.61 trillion, and it is the first company today to actually hit the 2 trillion mark, which is just remarkable in a time like this, where, as mentioned, a lot of people are struggling and suffering. These businesses are thriving. So even Jeff Bezos of Amazon is the richest man in the world since 2017. His net worth is 178.5 billion. Can you imagine, for one single individual? And he's overtaken Bill Gates by far, who's at about 114 billion or so. So the other megatrends that we're seeing is also technology. And just to give you an idea in terms of how technology is actually leading in terms of not only market share, but doing very, very well in the stocks market. Dexcom is a medical company that designs and develops continuous glucose monitoring system. And it's actually having a huge momentum at this point in time. All of us know AI is a big thing. NVIDIA essentially develops and builds hardware, just like when in the 1980s, the PC hardware was a booming industry, but soon after, software took over. So at this current point in time, where AI is still fairly in its infancy, and especially from a commercial standpoint, NVIDIA, a hardware company, is really booming. But it's, essentially software will eventually take over. Regeneron Pharmaceutical is actually one of the first pharmaceutical companies to actually conduct clinical trials for an antiviral for COVID-19. So these are some, companies that are doing very, very well. So the common thread amongst them, they are all based on technology. So which we are in as well, because we are at the cutting edge, and also we are leading in the field. And especially if you look at our medical advisors here in Jeunesse, they are just tremendous. They are really people that are leading their respective fields. And the last point I would like to bring up is the gig economy. In this pandemic, a lot of us had to actually work from home, and a lot of people had also lost their jobs. No more do we have job securities in companies. That today, that has actually started to diminish, and it's actually diminishing very, very quickly. In fact, a lot of companies today are looking at automation, at AI, so that in the ever event that this happens again in the future, the company will still be able to progress without too much of a loss of momentum in their business. So this is only going to get worse in a way. So we are living in a gig economy where more and more of us are actually having to work in a way part-time or on a project basis. And Jeunesse actually offers it, because this is a business opportunity that we can actually do on the side of what we're actually doing currently. We may be in a job, and Jeunesse could be a part-time opportunity. As has been shared earlier, a lot of people actually, very, very successful through this platform. The next thing is actually a collaborative platform. I know with the sharing economy, it's taken a big hit. Companies like Uber, Airbnb, they are part of the sharing economy. They're ride sharing, accommodation sharing. Because of social distancing, these businesses are actually taking a tremendous hit. But in Jeunesse, no doubt we are part of a sharing economy, because we don't build this business on our own. We do it collaboratively as a team, and we grow it globally. And the best part is that it's a business of our own, but even though it's a business, we do not have overheads like a traditional business. So even in a time like this, what overheads do we have, right? So we are not as badly hit in Jeunesse. So definitely look at this opportunity, because it is something that you can do on the side, and work collaboratively with your team, with your business partners, and to be able to grow this at the global level. And because it's always said, you know, we want to move towards a business because at that point in time, we can truly earn a tremendous leverage income. And this is a great opportunity to do so in the comforts of our own home, like what we are doing tonight, and to be able to grow a business globally. So on to the next slide.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the proof is actually in the pudding, right, Michelle? So if we actually look at the slide previously that you've already shown earlier, all the regions are actually doing better, even despite the market conditions. It is actually doing better. And the two best markets at the moment are Europe and Middle East, that has actually doubled its revenue, and Asia, Pacific, and Africa. So, you know, if you see an opportunity here, even as, or you may have more questions, do refer to the person that actually introduced you to this platform.
Yeah, it's so true, Dr. Juliet. You know, you have just sealed in my faith and confidence and belief into Jeunesse even more. Just by looking at the figures, I've made the right choice for, you know, myself, my family, and also the people I meet along the way. Thank you so much again for your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you for
I know you're a very busy man as well. So thank you for coming in. All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, the next person, our final panelist speaker. This lady, when I first heard her story, I couldn't believe it because, you know, somebody told me she only had 6 contacts, and she managed to build a business that is thriving, and she herself has up-ranked to director level. You know, to me, wow, this is great accomplishment. But, you know, I like you all to actually hear her journey. And, you know, Joanne, are you there? Yeah,
hey,
but let me just introduce you. Okay, let me just introduce her, a quick one, whereby this lady, she's now an international certified nutritionist, mom of 2 grown-up kids. But I look at her, she looks as if she's in her 20s. I don't know how. Yeah, very young, homemaker for 18 years. And that's where I heard, like, homemaker for 18 years, 6 contacts. How do you do this business? So, you know, and she's a global entrepreneur in Jeunesse as well. So, you know, please, Joanne, tell us your story. And also, how does Jeunesse, how do you see Jeunesse as a good fit for the new norm as well?
Thank you so much, Michelle. Oh my gosh, I love your presentation. It's so fresh, it's so heartwarming, and it's so clear, the clarity. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
For today's presentation, I had a whole bunch of things I wanted to share about my journey and how does this business fit the new norm. But I've written so much of notes. It's like a learning journey all together. So I'm so appreciative of Nicole sharing, and of course, Dr. Julian's facts and figures, right? Telling us again, we've made the right decision. So, you know, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, those of you logging in today. Thank you so much for the introduction. Yes, I'm a mom of 2 grown kids, one 22 this year, and this month, and one's 19, okay? So, well, do I really have 6 friends? People keep asking me, you look like an extrovert. Well, okay. So 18 years is a really long time to stay at home. So you kind of lose touch. And when you do, you know, in our era, we kind of like do Facebook, hi, bye, what nice holiday, gorgeous, what nice babe. You know what? You know what I mean? Good babe, what nice, you know, that kind of thing. So it's so casual. So I kind of keep around with only 6 friends because I do a lot of ministry work in church, etc. So, you know, when I was first introduced to the business, you know, I was a skeptic because those of you who saw my background earlier, I was in advertising. What do people in advertising do? We package things. We make things beautiful. Send a message to tell people what you don't need, but you really actually need it from day one. You know, that's what I do. So, you know, how I came about this platform, you know, how I encountered Jeunesse was my kids were grown up, you know, and I had I lost myself in a way. I was just a homemaker right up to about 4 years ago. I was drowning myself with Korean drama and Food Network Asia and the whole housewife thing, you know. So I had an unfulfilled dream for sure. But I want to share something as well. I mean, you heard from Dr. Julian the trends out there, and you know, Nicole, who's an entrepreneur, you heard from a homemaker. You know, when you're like, Nicole's child is very small, right? That Energizer, he's 5. So mothers, they look up to your mom and say, well, you're everything. But when you're 16, they're 16 years old in this climate with all the YouTubes and everything, and the mom is like tech like a dinosaur. Do you think our kids will look up to us? Absolutely not. So we don't have that respect anymore. But moms always want the respect of your child, right? I didn't have that. So I was looking for ways to, number one, reinvent myself. And number two, I much as people say, but you're a Tai, you know? Yeah, but Tai also must stretch out arm to get money, leh? Must justify, leh? You know? I didn't like that feeling, and I had an unaccomplished dream. But as a stay-home mom for 18 years, like, what can I do, you know? So my friend introduced me to this business. I wanted to put on my, you know, my glasses to look closely and scrutinize, like, too good to be true. And you, Michelle, did just that. And that's not all, like television. We have this, but that's not all. We have this, right? Like more and more posts, I'm like, truly or not? So those of you listening in, truly or not, right? Now, this business has been so phenomenal. You know, only in a short span of up to 3.5 years, you know, I have built a global business. Last 2 days to 29 countries. 29 countries. Is that possible for a stay-at-home mom for 18 years? It's not 18 months, okay? 18 years, right? And it's phenomenal. And you don't even have to reinvent the wheels. Now, for me, I came because my kids didn't really respect me that much. They say, what does mom know? They always, roll eyeballs, what does mom know? You know, the teenagers these days, right? So I just really, there's an amazing system that we have that teaches people like us. So those of you who think, online, it sounds so bombastic and, you know, all these figures and all that, fret not. You know, someone like me, 18 years, whatever I've graduated in or mastered in, guys, obsolete. I can burn my the things I learned in marketing school. What location? Yeah, okay. It doesn't work. In the lockdown, location doesn't work. So how does this fit in this norm? Oh my gosh, today we celebrate 150 countries door to door doing business in your own home. If this is not the norm, my God, what is? Right? So if I can do it, like, oh my gosh. And Dr. Julian mentioned all those figures, and he talked about AI and all that. You know, as every mom out there, you might be wondering, oh my God, you know, I don't even know my husband's work will be taken over by an AI or not. And I worry my son, what he's studying now, will it be taken over by an AI, right? But guess what? Dr. Julian said the key thing, which I wrote down, by the way, okay? No longer are computers going hardware, it's software. Is the same as human beings. It's not how much certificate you get, it's the software, it's the heart that the AI can never replace. So this business is the new norm where we combine, highlighted healthcare is here to stay. You combine healthcare, you combine an opportunity that has online presence for 150 countries. If in the old days we talk about location, we win thumbs up, right? Because we're in 150 locations door to door. Who can beat us with this, right? Come on, right? So that works, okay? So number one, healthcare. Number two, door to door to 150. We need to focus now, not just on computers, software, the human software, the human touch. All of us have that, the human touch. And that's why this is a formidable ingredient of a business for this era, to take you to the next millennium. People keep saying, yeah, you know, we're under the same storm. Yes, but we're all in different boats. What kind of a boat are you in? And I'm very happy to say that, you know, my daughter just got into university this year, and my husband is in traditional business. He was so frightful, you know, university costs a lot of money. Those of you who have heard other people's sharing, it took like 20 years to pay back a loan, you know, and my kids were fretting. But I can say that, you know, I cannot be more grateful to my friend who introduced me to this business. that I decided to trust her. It was a leap of faith. I'm going to get all choked up because it is truly, I'm a beneficiary of this amazing place that I knew nothing about, but yet I can do a business leveraging on like you, beautiful Michelle, your presentation and Dr. Julian's, information. And that's how simple it is. It's not like so difficult. So for those of you who are listening in today, as what Dr. Julian also mentioned, there's time flexibility because people now are given 2-day work week, 3-day work week, and people used to want time flexibility. Now we have time flexibility. So I need to ask yourself, what's your excuse, right? And that could be also because people keep spending so much time trying to find the perfect opportunity, okay? And in the course of it, you miss the right opportunity. Don't do that. So the most important thing is not about giving the person who recommended you an opportunity. You need to give yourself this opportunity that will, I tell you that for sure, that you will change your life.
Wow, that's amazing, inspiring sharing from you, Joanne. Always when I hear you share, your heartfelt sharing really gets to me. And that there was once that you were sharing on stage on your dream board that made me.
I think that the Michelle's frozen again, probably from my touching sharing of my dream board. So, yes, Michelle did share about my dream board, and I attended a mind mastery on doing a dream board. I'm rather an OCD perfectionist. I did the whole dream board, but I didn't imagine, that artwork. I took it as an artwork. Came to fruition. I never expected I would be able to provide for my children the way my husband did. And for those of you who want to know more information, I urge you all to log in, to my other sharing next time on my vision board and how this is the doable business that anybody with the right software, I can say the right heart, when your software is in the right place, this is a very amazing opportunity that is not to be missed. So, I hope that, you've taken enough notes, and I'm so certain that something that each of us has said has stirred your hearts, because as I was listening in from the presentation to Dr. Julian's numbers, to Nicole's sharing of, how mothers stinge on themselves, and everything has been so touching, and it's truly our sharing from real people, the real people sharing their true life stories, and how I wouldn't say it's a success, but I would say it is things that can be achievable through a team, a leveraging of team, where we all have our shortfalls, but this team. Hi, I was just telling them on my dream board that they should log in sometime, and that it's a team effort thing, and and all here today, something must have stirred their hearts. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What I heard was that heartfelt sharing again from you, and your inspiring story. Definitely, I guess for a lot of you online, you would have, you would have seen something, and that Joanne is truly sharing from her heart, and she really wants you to seize, not just see, but seize the opportunity in front of you. Thank you so much again, Joanne, all the way from Singapore. Thank you again. Appreciate it. All right, so those of you online, you've heard from successful people from different backgrounds, and they have all chosen to retire with Jeunesse, including myself. This was initially supposed to be my plan B, but it's become my only plan. So I guess the question now is back to you. What about you? What are you going to do about it? Because right now, right here, you have a chance, you have an opportunity to make a change. You can, if you don't like the picture that you had maybe 5 years ago, or even 5 months ago, right now is for you to change that picture, change your direction, make this 2020 the best year of your life. It's not over yet, it's not too late. This 4 months could be the turning point in your life. So I'll encourage all of you online to get back to the person who invited you on this Zoom. ask them how to get started and how can you tap into this global platform whereby you can even help more people. So with that, I hope to personally welcome you some days soon to the Jeunesse family, and see you soon. Thank you and good night.